What's going on, my fam sizzles? Welcome to another episode of Behind the Booth with me, DJ iSizzle. Thank you so much for joining me today. We are going to get into wedding planning because it is January, and just a few things that I've been seeing on Facebook and a couple other places online on social media. I've been seeing a lot of future brides, grooms, posting in Facebook groups about how they can't afford a DJ, how um, we're just going to use a playlist. We're going to buy some speakers. They're asking people, what are the best speakers we can get? All this kind of stuff. And the reality is there's always a way to have somebody DJ your wedding. It may not be the top of the top DJ, but there's always somebody that's going to be willing to DJ your wedding. Now, myself, I've been DJing wedding for years. I started somewhere where I was helping people that didn't have a budget for a DJ before I became a DJ. So there's people out there that are looking to become a DJ, but need a jumping off point. So if you buy the equipment, you got to learn how to use the equipment. And it's a nice thought to think that you're going to do all this while you're planning a wedding. But the reality is, like, I'm not good at fixing cars. So I hire somebody to fix my car. I'm not good at doing certain things. So I'll hire people to do that. So, for example, somebody is going to be really good with music. They're going to be great with technology. Give them a little bit of money to come out and do it. There's always somebody that wants to become a DJ. So you can probably pay them for something, to come out for a few hours to help you out. Say, here's my playlist. Can you play these songs for me? Here's my party playlist, this cocktail hour. Can you just make sure it runs? That's all we ask of you. We'll give you food. We'll help you out. Now, that's what I was doing when I started years ago. But then as I got more confidence and I started DJing more and more weddings, I realized I needed a business license. I needed insurance. I need to have my own office. I need to buy my own equipment that's high-end equipment. I need to learn how to use that equipment every day. I need to be searching out the new songs of the year. I need to be looking at the classics, what's coming back around again. All these things. I said, hey, I need to look at this as a career, not a hobby. So you can find hobbyist DJs out there that will come out there and do it for you. That's what I would recommend. I wouldn't recommend trying to buy speakers, trying to buy all the equipment, trying to figure out how to run everything, hook up Bluetooth, all of that. It's so much more to it than you really think. So have somebody that knows what they're doing. Come out there and do it for you. Tell them, hey, we'll give you food, we'll give you a cake, we'll help you out, we'll give you some drinks, not until the night is over because we don't want you drinking while you're running our playlist. But anyways, so those are just a few things that, like, something I wanted to kind of debunk is that there are people that will come out there that may not be experienced. And, I do require that a couple does give me a reference playlist or some sort of playlist before I go out and play. So I would recommend you do the same. Find somebody that is reliable, willing to do it for experience or whatever else. There's a lot of people out there that will be willing to do that or even help you. And that's a good thing than trying to do it yourself because it can get stressful trying to plan a wedding and doing all the music. Um, I have a bunch of notes here, just a few talking points I wanted to go over. Another one is being able to get up on a microphone and kind of move people from toast to toast, being able to welcome people in for dinner, being able to let people know there's something nice about that. And if the person that's going to be running your playlist all night, if you have like an uncle or an aunt or somebody in the family that's really vocal, like maybe a deep voice, or they're good at that, just ask them. Be like, hey, would you mind making announcements throughout the night here and there? Because trying to do it yourself or trying to get other people to do it is going to be really difficult. So I would recommend if you can find somebody in the family that's got a nice deep voice, somebody that commands attention, just be like, hey, would you mind just making a few announcements? Here's the list I have. Can you just do this here and there? And this is all stuff that I just recommend if you don't have a budget, there's ways to do these things and to make them happen. Um, Another thing you got to be careful with, though, is that if you are running the music or if you're letting somebody else run the music, make sure that they know there's just certain songs you do not want them to play until everyone is almost gone that is within a certain age bracket or wouldn't understand the music you're playing or it's going to clear the room, just let them know. Be like, hey, please don't play any of this type of music until I come over or we come over and just say, hey, man, thank you so much for playing. Can you go ahead and switch over to that new playlist? The more fun with this, just us here. Those things are really important because you can turn off older people. And those are just like some small details I've learned over the years of not DJing, but being at events where this has happened. And it's not very professional. And I know that you're not hiring a professional DJ to come out and do this. You're hiring a friend or somebody in the family. Um, Also, when you do this, I see a lot of cancellations. Like a lot of people are DJ canceled, which usually just means that if it's a professional DJ, professional DJs don't cancel. If they cancel, they'll find somebody else to fill in for you. I've never canceled, not something I do because I'm a professional DJ, but I see people always saying, "Oh, our DJ canceled on us last minute. We're in a hurry, we're in a bind," and they're not hiring a DJ. They're asking a friend of a friend or a family member. So the people you do ask, make sure that they are reliable and they're not going to cancel on you last minute because that will happen. I've seen it happen. Just make sure that the people that you ask are very reliable. You don't have a weird thought like, maybe they will cancel. Don't ask them. Just ask the people that will be there that you do trust. So very important. And then also, if they don't for some reason come through, have another backup person that you're like, you know what, they would be great to help me out backup wise. So, um, and then as far as if you are going to do dancing and you're not going to have a DJ there, just make sure that you understand what songs people like and just build a playlist before the wedding. Build a good, solid hour of music that is non-skippable and make sure the songs, like if you can find edits that are not over 3.5 minutes, 3 to 3.5 minutes is fine. That's all you need for a song. Anything over that, you're getting into risky territory. People just exiting a dance floor, they're bored. So if they're classics, 3 minutes is great, 3.5 at the most. Um, yeah, and then also depending upon your crowd, just make sure that you use non-explicit music, especially if you have kids and maybe grandparents that are very sensitive. Just make sure that you don't be dropping anything sensitive music. I was at one of my friends' wedding a long time ago, and they let somebody run the music, and they were playing like some little Kim song from the late '90s that just came back. It was like Lady Marmalade or something, and I think it was like right after the first dance or something, or I don't know. It was something. It was something where like a bunch of grandparents were there. They'd never heard rap. Really, they didn't like rap, and they consider anything where people are talking over a beat rap. So they were all kind of looking around, and then it was kind of like, who's gonna turn this song off? Who's gonna kill the volume? Go to the next song. This is awkward. So make sure that you understand the crowd. Make sure that you don't play anything that's too vulgar up front. That's just the biggest thing I would say. Like if you're not gonna hire a DJ, you're not gonna go over those things. Just make sure that yeah, you don't play explicit stuff. You play the clean versions. No one's gonna get upset with you to play clean versions. They'll be fine. They'll get upset with you if you're playing the just crazy unedited versions of WAP, whatever song it is. It just comes on. Somebody's had a few drinks. They go, it'd be funny right now, and they drop that one. And grandma and grandpa are just like, whoa, what is this? Like they might find it funny, maybe they won't. I don't know. These are little things. Save those songs. Save those songs for when it's people are gone and it's just you guys, and you guys are just chilling, and you guys are like, F it. Let's just put on some crazy music. Let's just go. Um, Yeah, I mean, other than that, that's all I can really say. Like, just make sure you build your playlist before your wedding. Make sure that you have more than enough songs, and make sure you put all the good songs for the dancing up front. That's what I'd recommend. All the good dancing songs, put them all the way up front. Um, Cocktail hour, dinner, just make sure you build separate playlists for that, or just one playlist for all of it, and then just put it on shuffle. And just make sure that you have, I would recommend at least 60 songs. 30 songs will get you through an hour. 60 songs, put it on shuffle. It should shuffle through fine. You can let it shuffle from cocktail hour to dinner. Just let it play. Make sure somebody's watching it. Just be like, hey, make sure it's still playing. Music is good. Make sure it's not too loud. Turn it up if you need to. Turn it down if you don't. So those are just those little things. If you don't have the budget, those would be just a few just really quick tips. Other than that, I mean, if people are going to dance, they're going to dance. So And then, yeah, just make sure that you reward the person that helps you and thank them profusely at the end of the night. And then encourage them to get into DJing if they were really good. If they weren't good, then be like, thank you so much. That was great. And there's, yeah. But if they're really good, let them know they were really good and that you would, if they have a place that you can give them a review, tell them you'll give them a review and you'll help them out and recommend them to anybody else. And hopefully maybe that'll get them into DJing weddings and get them started into a new career. So, all right. That's been it. Thank you guys so much for listening. Let me know if you have any questions. You want me to talk about anything in the comment section. Please drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe. We'll be back next week. Looking forward to it. Yeah, we'll talk to you then. Thank you again. Bye.